like acceleration, to be fair. Just a light little one. 0 to 60, I really don't know when exactly 0 to 60 should be coming in this car, but it's not gonna be anything quick. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, that feels painfully slow. But horn test in 3, 2, 1. Oh. It's like a little bit of edginess. If I heard this behind me, like I said, that person must really be in a rush. Or I must have cut them off so badly that they had to. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have found a little hidden gem. Introducing the 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander. Think about buying this before you decide to go get a RAV or a Honda CR-V. Some quick specs: 2.5 inline-4 CVT transmission, all-wheel drive, 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. Pretty reliable, and though it may have a CVT transmission, Mitsubishi has made some steps to make sure that it doesn't grenade on you in the first 5 months of ownership. And this one is honestly really good. Though people still have a little bit of a mindset when it comes to Mitsubishi, I would say this one blows most of the competition out of the water. From the pricing and the way this thing just drives, essentially, is really nice. But let's do a quick little walk around. Like, this thing looks very bold. Look at those sharp body lines happening all around us. And you see our badge right there? Super all-wheel control. They could have come up with a better all-wheel drive system name, but they just went with super all-wheel control. Fair enough, do what you gotta do. And the Outlander has been around for quite some time now, but let's continue to appreciate the accents. Look at all these body lines, a little bit of chrome pieces. This one is the mid-range one. The higher ones are probably gonna have names like Midnight Edition, Blacked Out Edition, Special Edition. This one is like the mid-range one, where you can get, it's like in the middle. It's not the base model, but it's not exactly the fanciest thing out there. And the thing I love about Mitsubishis to this date is that grille. You can tell from a mile away that this is a Mitsubishi, and it's coming for you quick. Well, not quick, it's 181 horsepower in a family SUV, so it's not exactly the quickest thing, but it's still pretty decent. And damn, it looks good. Like, look at this thing. Though we don't have any beautiful LEDs, let me turn on my lights for you guys. We don't have any beautiful crazy LEDs, but we still have some halogens over there. And if you guys noticed, my mirrors fold away when I lock the car. But let's hop inside in the interior. I'm gassing. You guys may say I'm gassing this thing up a little bit too much, but you will see once you're driving a car like this is that it's actually surprisingly smooth. They've taken a lot of effort into making this a proper, pretty decent competitor. And if you're wondering, yes, it is a 2, 4, 6 seater. And to pull these up, well, they're kind of stuck right now, but pulling this up, there. Not exactly the most roomiest, because you can see the almost non-existent legroom. Of course, it's meant for kids. Don't put an adult back here. That adult will hate you with every fiber of their being. And if you want to fold the seats, there you go. If you want to fold these things back down, slap that back there. This one was had by a family member who has a bunch of kids, so we didn't get enough time to clean up, so it is what it is. Hopping inside, folding my seats back up there, and then folding this. You can do this, hopping inside. This is enough legroom, like not much going on in the back seat, to be honest, because all the goodies naturally are gonna be in the front. We have our own climate zone, so that is nice, so just play around with. And a nice roof, sunroof, that I'm gonna open up for you guys later today. A little bit of fake carbon fiber, aluminum window trim, and some more window trim over here, and plastic soft texture cloth all around here. Now, hopping towards the main attraction of this thing. Nice. That's a very nice animation. But look at my steering wheel. Look at this thing. It's nice, and it's very smooth to the touch. The point where you would have expected this to just be, you know, rough, decent, meh at best. But it's actually very smooth, especially this bottom part. Don't know what they put on it, but it feels like genuine leather. And you know what? I rock Mitsubishi for this. More fake carbon fiber over here that I can scratch. Plastic trim all around. A little bit of aluminum. Door handle as usual. Paddle shifters on the back. A good 6 inches of screen. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. The Apple CarPlay is not wireless, so you do have to plug in your phone for that. We got wireless charging down here, so put my phone over here. We got some storage over here. Cup holders, your mode selectors all the way over here. And look at how smooth it moves. So we're from normal, eco, tarmac, gravel, just like that. We don't actually have a sport mode, but it's decent. You're not gonna get a Mitsubishi Outlander for the sportiness. You're gonna get this thing just because it's good on gas and it's pretty reliable. And the thing I love about this is that my passenger won't know that I'm poor when I'm driving this. And what do I mean by that? As I am driving this car, they would never know because all my poverty buttons are down here. And my passenger has no way of seeing that whatsoever. But customary things we're gonna do a quick little horn test of this car. So let us seatbelt on, do a little horn test. When this blue RAV4 passes me by, that's a really nice color for a RAV4. But horn test in 3, 2, 1. Oh. It's like a little bit of edginess. Like it feels rushed. If I heard this behind me, I would expect the person is kind of rushing. But let's do a quick little 3-point turn. Like the horn is making it sound like, okay, if I heard this behind me, like I said, that person must really be in a rush. Or I must have cut them off so badly that they had to It's not the one that's supposed to tell you. It's supposed to let you know that, hey, you did something you weren't supposed to do. Never do that again in my presence. That's the kind of vibe the horn gives. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna run you off the road, or I'm gonna try and follow you and scare you off the road. It's like, brother, you cut me off. Don't do that in my presence ever again. That's the kind of vibe the horn gives you. And another thing I really love is that, let's say I feel a little bit foolish. I put it in manual mode. The thing is, it's so smooth for no reason. There's no bogging, and that's like little bit, that's a huge advantage of the CVT transmission, that it's so smooth. The way it just spins faster, and I don't exactly downshift in the conventional sense like that. Like, I'm not bogging, I'm just simply going down a gear. And it sounds pretty decent while doing it. Well, not it doesn't sound decent, but it feels smooth. It's very smooth, to the point where I didn't expect a Mitsubishi to be this smooth, at least for a car like this. And that's the thing, I overlooked so many aspects of this car. It's comfy while you're driving in it. It's spacious enough. I have a decent amount of storage space all around me. Like coming here, I can still reach my glove box in case the cop tells me pull out my insurance and put your hands where I can see them. Playing along, I'm a comedian, I play along sometimes. But still, it's a very well thought out car. Did they put a lot of attention to detail? They can't really do that without raising the price. They can't put too many details and spend so much time making this car that it becomes more expensive. It's still very affordable. And see this button? Auto hold, so I can take my foot off the brake, rest up my foot in case I'm doing a long road trip somewhere, and I can still have enough life in my leg where my leg is not strained by stepping on the brakes all the time. Do we have adaptive cruise control in this one? No, we do not. Do we have anything too fancy? We have blind spot monitoring. We have our basic standard cruise control, which I'm gonna turn on right now. We don't have any lane keep assist, because again, all my poverty buttons are down there. Not even you guys as the audience can see that. I'd have to tilt my head down and show you guys that there's legit no buttons on there except for opening my trunk, my remote trunk opener, and that's legitimately it. And if you're wondering how good our voice commands sound, I'm almost hesitant to try it, but put channel to 99.9 FM radio.
Additional commands are help, list commands, what can I say, general help,
okay,
go back,
not exactly the most,
canceling voice recognition,
not exactly the most fine-tuned voice commands. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna try one more time. Try our voice command.
Say a command.
Tune to 99.9 FM radio. Okay, it worked. It worked. And our speaker's not Alpine or anything like that, so decent enough to isolate you and your passengers from the road noise that is usually around you when you're in a car like this. But let's talk about the road noise, the suspension and how it feels. Again, the suspension is hella smooth, and the road noise, since we're going like 50 in, like, there's not exactly a lot of road noise to go about, and it's very minimum. The car is very well insulated, and the doors feel heavy enough. For the price, I really cannot complain. And look at the stitching going around this place. Okay, I'm low on washer fluid, so we're gonna press OK. Use some washer fluid as well. Clean up my window. But look at the stitching going around here. Look at all this. It's nice. It's very nice. And it's not bad. And I know for a fact the higher trim models are gonna look way better. We won't be having basic cloth seats in the higher trim models. We're gonna be having proper leather, and none of that okay-ish vegan leather. We're talking proper leather. At least that's what I'm hoping for when you spend a little bit more money for, let's say, the premium Mitsubishi Outlander. This one is still very good. And again, it's a regular civilian car. Gets you from point A to point B, does its job well, and it really doesn't stress you out like that. From what I've seen so far, not many people complain about the reliability as much as people let on. The CVT transmissions usually plague Nissan more, unfortunately, than it does plague Mitsubishi. But let us do a little bit of some spirit of driving. Let's say I want to be a little bit more foolish. I want to take full advantage of my CVT transmission and the way it just performs and the way how smooth it is, because I'm starting to see the appealing side of these CVT transmissions. Look at just how smooth, not even a single bog. Yeah, using a full 181 horsepower of my power. Excellent. We went from 60 to 80 in all that time that I was stepping on it. Not bad, but still pretty good. But that's really not the point of this car. It's just an enjoyable family SUV that you can pass down to your kids once they start driving and they want to go out, have fun with their friends. You're like, you know what, take the Mitsubishi. And see, there's another one out there. These things are like slowly infiltrating into all the markets. And the thing is, though this one may be the mid-trim, there's way more versions out there. There's gonna be a hybrid one. I'm not sure if there's a full electric one, but there is so many more trims to just select and pick. There's always gonna be one for you, is what I'm trying to say. And the thing is, they should keep doing that. They should really keep doing what Mitsubishi does. Please do bring back the Eclipse as a proper sports car. I would love that greatly, dearly, because I grew up watching the Fast and Furious movies. So I would love for it to have a proper sports car. But right now we're kind of transitioning to the age of SUVs. Like around me, there is mostly SUVs. That's a sign that times have been changing, and times have changed. And Mitsubishi is just keeping up with the flow of the road, quite literally. And I don't know why, but why did Mitsubishi have to make an Outlander have such satisfying paddle shifters? Like, it's just satisfying the way it springs back and everything. And they are plastic, not even magnesium paddle shifters or anything fancy. They're just simply plastic with a very satisfying spring lodged in between them. Like, beautiful. Why did they have to build such beautiful like paddle shifters into this car? Why did they have to put such a beautiful transmission in this thing? Like a CVT, though people, again, may continue to hate on it, but it's still a very good transmission most of the time. Beautiful. Oh, like, it's not the acceleration that's making me happy. It's just the feel of these paddle shifters. Crazy. It's not even the thing I'm not supposed to be talking about. I'm supposed to be talking about how fuel efficient this thing is. Like, let's show you guys my fuel efficiency real quick. We're gonna go all the way to settings, warnings, forward, yada. Nope, all-wheel drive control. Yeah, my average gas mileage is 13.6. But to be fair, I am kind of making it perform like a sports car. And the way I've been hitting on it and abusing it, for lack of a better term, this car has taken it in stride. And since there's nobody behind me, we're gonna do a quick little like acceleration, to be fair. Just a light little one. 0 to 60, I really don't know when exactly 0 to 60 should be coming in this car, but it's not gonna be anything quick. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, that feels painfully slow. And brake. Very competent, actually. Very, very competent. Again, we're not gonna be treating it like a sports car, but worst case scenario, if you need to brake hard, this thing stops quick. Very good brakes. They're not touchy. They're not that sensitive where you're like, oh damn, like something's wrong, but it's touchy enough that you know that worst case scenario, you can always stop before you try and outmaneuver and swerve around something. I'm a swerve in the corner, whoa. Okay. Anyway guys, this has been Morty, 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, and I have been pleasantly surprised by this car. I like it, I enjoy it, and it's really, really good. You guys should really give it a shot before you guys look at the other competitors like the RAV4 or the Honda CR-V. Give this one a shot, it might surprise you, really. But anyway guys, take care and peace.